Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today we from Group 1 would like to present our group assignment with the topic of comparison of purchasing and inventory management in food service operation. So we decide to choose the Lawson restaurant and railway bento catering for our food service operation. Our group member consists of 4 people. So now I will present about the introduction. The Lawson restaurant is located on the university campus at Jalan UMS Kota Kinabalu. Due to its strategic placement within the campus, it is easily accessible to the institution's students, teachers, and visitors. Other than that, the restaurant prioritizes sustainable and healthful food options to meet its patrons' dietary requirements and tastes. Not only that, operating within an educational framework, the Lawson restaurant gives student hands-on experience in food service management. Additionally, throughout this integration, students can get practical experience in a range of restaurant operation areas such as customer service, kitchen management, and menu planning. The operations of the restaurant are planned to meet industry standards, guaranteeing that students are adequately equipped for jobs in the food service industry.
I'm Marita Tiopepe. Now I would like to present about purchasing. So why purchasing is necessary in food service operation? So firstly, a good purchasing will help the owner of the restaurant to maximum the profit. So when they try to find a cheaper supplier, hence they can earn more. Next, it also helps to eliminate the unnecessary costs. When we purchasing with supplier, the supplier usually will give the offer price. Hence, the owner of the restaurant can save the cost. So next, a good purchasing is to support the operation efficient. So the purchasing is important to avoid the happen of the out of stock situation. So that will affect the operation of the restaurant. So next, it also helps to ensure the consistent of the quality. When a owner purchase one supplier for a long period, hence the product that served by the owner of the restaurant will always in the same of the quality. Purchasing at the Lawson restaurant in FSMB, usually they contain 2 suppliers, which help them to prepare all the ingredients needed for operation. However, they will also contain some situations such as the raw ingredient is unable to supply from the suppliers suddenly. Hence, they will buy the ingredient in the supermarket. So, how is purchasing process occur in the Lawson restaurant? First, the officer will doing the stock counting every day and record the stock in the computer every day before they close the restaurant. So next, usually on Thursday and Friday, the purchasing officer will prepare an order list to the supplier, which the supplier can prepare all the ingredients and deliver the product on Monday and Tuesday. Railway bento catering is a small operation, hence the purchasing procedure is done by the owner himself. Usually, he contains only one supplier which is supplying all the sources in the restaurant. Next, he usually do purchasing at the wholesaler and the supermarket. So he usually will checking stock, just use eye scanning, and then when he realize the stock is considered less, and hence he will do the purchasing procedure. So based on the no record, hence he will do the purchasing very regularly, which each week he will purchasing 30 packs of the vegetable and also the egg. So for the meat, he usually purchasing by carton, which one carton is 12 kg, and for the shelf life stable product, he will doing the purchasing 2 week once, which such as like rice, flour, oil, and other shelf-stable food.
Hello, my name is Elvi Marcus. I'll present the receiving procedure. Receiving is the process of replenishing stock inventory in the storage. The receiving procedure is very important as a guideline for the restaurant owner or manager. Generally, receiving process has 3 main steps, which is inspecting all incoming items, clearly identifying and tagging the received inventory, promptly updating inventory records. The receiving procedure of the Lawson restaurant. The first is delivery schedule, arrive at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. The supplies received at the back entrance of the restaurant. When the supplies is already received, the chef or staff carefully inspect each of the item and then verifying the accuracy of items in terms of quantity, quality, and specification. And lastly, noodles and rice noodles will be received on the following day, which is Tuesday. The receiving procedure of the Lawson restaurant will be compared to railway bento catering. So for the Lawson restaurant, the receiving area is at back entrance. Use an item checklist to verify each item that is received. So the Lawson restaurant emphasizes an organized and meticulous process. So for the railway bento catering, the receiving area is at front entrance. Use eyes to check if all the items has been received. So in conclusion, railway bento catering is much simpler and more adaptable approach.
Now I would like to present about the storage part, which the importance of the storing. So a good storing will help to longer the ingredient shelf life and also maintain the freshness of the ingredient by using the temperature control. So a good storing will also prevent the loss of the merchandise such as spoilage and theft. The temperature of the storage should be controlled to avoid all the ingredient is spoiled because the wrong temperature. So the cleaners also should be care to avoid growth of the bacteria and the microorganism and all the pests. Storage at the D restaurant is very tidy, which is separate to 3 different storage, which is the dry storage, walk-in refrigerator, and the freezer. So they usually applying the concept before, which first in first out. This can maintain the freshness of the ingredient and avoid the ingredient to be expired. So all the storage is in a good temperature control, which the freezer is in -5 degrees Celsius, the walk-in refrigerator is at 16 degrees Celsius, and the dry storage didn't have any humidity. So they didn't labeling the raw ingredient such as labeling the date. Hence, they might be confused when the chef is using the ingredient. So they usually were doing the stock counting after the end of the operation. So for the storage at the railway bento restaurant, they did not have a specific storage room. So usually the ingredient will keep in the kitchen cabinet, refrigerator, and the freezer. So they also applying the concept of before, and it's same with the D Lawson restaurant, which they did not labeling of the raw ingredient, and there is a bad way which the owner usually using eyes to scan the stock, so they didn't do any recording of the stock. This might can cause the situation of the out of stock.
Now I will present about the requisition procedures. What is requisition form? So it is typically includes the requested information like name and department of the person submitting the request. Also, the requisition form must have the item requested are a true list of the goods or services required, along with item descriptions and amount. Also, the reason for purchase, for example, an explanation of the necessity of the goods and supplier information, or if relevant, the chosen supplier's legal name. After completing the purchase requisition form, it undergoes an approval process. The department had initially examines the paperwork to confirm its validity and ensure it complies with financial limitation. Inventory managers or financial managers may need to provide extra approvals depending on the type of request. Once the requisition is approved, a purchase order is generated. This serves as a formal agreement with the supplier and includes order details, which are specifications of the purchase, amounts, and agreed upon cost and delivery information. Different from railway bento catering, they prefers a response to client-specific demands through a more direct and flexible process, usually initiated by the managers or owners of the catering service. The process requires fewer steps of approval and simplified forms. They focus on flexibility in catering various events, while the Lawson emphasizes high-quality food and operational efficiency with its stage structure. So from this, we can see the difference between the requisition procedures of the Lawson restaurant and railway bento catering.
Now I'll present the security management in storage area. The storage areas of a restaurant should be designed to be efficient and safe for the staff and to meet the need of the restaurant. Effective security management is essential as theft can occur from both external and internal source. The type of theft is internal theft, external theft, employee theft, and inventory theft. The benefit of security management in storage area: 1 is protection against theft and vandalism. 2. Enhance safety for assets and belongings. 3. Control access and visitor management. And 4 is protective monitoring and rapid response. Security management in storage area of the Lawson restaurant will be compared to railway bento catering. So for the Lawson restaurant, they equipped with several CCTV cameras, including coverage of the storage area and chiller, providing better security. For the railway bento catering, they does not have any CCTV surveillance, which increase the risk of theft and mishandling. The Lawson security management in storage area is they use CCTV and installed in the storage area and also the outside. Also, they control access and visitor management in the storage area. At closing time, the storage area will be securely closed and locked.
Hello, my name is Changwei and I will be talking about the suggested improvements for purchasing and storing procedures of the Lawson restaurant. The purchasing system of the Lawson restaurant is well established where there is no need for any improvements. The restaurant should just follow their existing purchasing procedures. Firstly, the purchasing officer or chef in charge should check and determine the amount of ingredients to be purchased. Next, a purchasing requisition is proposed internally. After confirming what to buy, an order form is proposed and submitted to the suppliers. After awaiting confirmation from suppliers, the ingredients will be sent to the restaurant. While for storing, an additional step should be added to when the ingredients are stored. The date where the ingredients like perishables items and meat should be labeled on the packaging with a labeling sticker. This is to ensure that the ingredients used are of better quality while also ensuring food safety. That's all from us. Thank you.